Hey guys, welcome to my legal classes. This is Ganesh Pujari, and in the series of Indian Penal Code, we were discussing chapter 3, which is all about punishments covered between section 53 to 75U, and in that series, this is my ninth video. And in the same series, we were focusing on section 63 to 70, which are all about fines, and on that discussion, this is my part 4, where we are going to understand two more sections. They are section 68 and 69. By that way, in the part 5, we are going to conclude the series on the sections related to fines. What are we going to understand in this session? We are going to understand default of fine leads to imprisonment, and what if somebody pays in between. Now that is what exactly we are going to understand with the help of charts under section 68 and 69. Not taking much of your time, let's get into the first slide. Section 68 discusses about imprisonment to terminate on payment of fine, and the Barak provision says the imprisonment which is imposed in default of payment of a fine shall terminate whenever that fine is either paid or levied by process of law. A very simple section, and I have made it further easy with the help of my chart. What does the chart say? Here default of fine is committed. Fine was one of the punishment and fine was imposed, but there was default of payment of fine. Now as a result of that, imprisonment was caused or imprisonment has been given, and whenever during such time of imprisonment the fine is paid by such defaulter or is collected by process of law, whatever is the case, the imprisonment shall be terminated. That is what we are understanding under section 68. I hope it is very easy. Let's go little forward under section 69. There we understand this section as well as the illustrations with the help of chart, which makes it further easy. Section 69 discusses about termination of imprisonment on payment of proportional part of fine. While under section 68, we are not discussing about any proportion. There the fine is paid and the person will get discharged. Here, when the proportional part of fine is paid, what happens? That we understand under section 69. And what does Barak provision says? It says, if before the expiration of the term of imprisonment fixed in default of fine, such a proportion of the fine be paid or levied that the term of imprisonment suffered in default of payment is not less than proportional to the part of the fine still unpaid, the imprisonment shall terminate. Now the language here is little tricky, but my chart is not tricky. Let's understand with the help of my chart. What happens here? The case is same. Default of fine is committed. Fine was one of the punishment and it was given, and there was a default of payment of fine, and as a result the offender has got imprisonment, and whenever the proportion of such fine is either paid by the defaulter or collected by the process of law, whatever the case, the imprisonment shall be terminated according to such proportional payment. This is like pro rata basis. Whatever proportion is paid, to that extent the person or the offender need to be discharged. Now to make it very clear or to make it very easy, the act has given illustration and I have further given chart to make it further easy. Let us go through that illustration and understand how exactly section 69 works. The class will continue. In between, I just wanted to share an important update with you guys. I have joined the Unacademy team as an educator for CLAT 2023 batch, and I would like to request you all to download the Unacademy app and follow me there also. And while buying the subscription over there, please buy the subscription with my code GYAN07, that is GAN07, to get additional 10% discount. And what's happening in Unacademy this week? I will be conducting my plus classes till 31st October 2021, and a 1-year comprehensive batch for CLAT 2022 is starting from 27th October in the name of Law Masters, and One another beginners batch for CLAT 2023 is starting from 29th October 2021 in the name of Law Tigers. You can join all of these subscriptions, and while buying subscription, please use my code GYAN07, that is GAN07, and with that I am continuing my class. Here is the illustration for section 69. I am not reading out the illustration because that looks quite lengthy, but my chart I have made it very easy. I have brought everything from the illustration and put in a simple chart. Now imagine 4 months of imprisonment was given because there was a default of 100 rupees fine. Now it's very easy to divide 100 rupees in 4 parts. It is 4 months imprisonment, so I have to divide it in 4 parts. So to divide it in 4 parts, what is the easy calculation? 100 divided by 4 is 25 rupees. Imagine that person who has defaulted the fine payment, he is going through imprisonment and he has given 75 rupees fine now. What happens? Once he complete 1 month of imprisonment, for example, he completed 15 days and then he paid 75 rupees. In that case, he has to go through another 15 days of imprisonment, finish 1 month, and then he will be discharged. I hope that is very easy. That is how you need to understand section 69. From there, everything is easy. We have to continue with the same logic. For example, if he pays 50 rupees, what happens? He has completed 15 days, he will complete another 45 days, he will complete 2 months, and then he will be discharged because he has paid 50 rupees, which is worth of 2 months of imprisonment, so he will be released accordingly. Or what happens if he has paid 25 rupees? He has to complete 3 months imprisonment and then he will be discharged. And in some cases so happens that imagine somebody has already gone through 75 days of imprisonment, that is already 2.5 months. And in between he pays, or on 75th day he pays 50 rupees, or with the process of law they have collected 50 rupees. In that case he shall be released or discharged immediately. I hope that is very clear because he has already paid 50 rupees, which is worth of 2 months of imprisonment. So he shall be released on immediate basis, which is what you need to understand from the illustration. I hope that is very clear. In a nutshell, what are we understanding under section 68 and 69? The first and foremost thing is one of the punishment was fine, or only punishment was fine, whatever the case, and the offender has committed default of fine. He hasn't paid the fine. As a result of such default of fine, he is now going through imprisonment. And while going through imprisonment, either he himself has paid the full fine, or the legal authorities with the process of law has collected such fine, whatever the case. In that case, he will be discharged immediately, which is what we understood from section 68. 69 goes little forward. When there is proportionate payment of fine, the release or discharge shall happen on pro rata basis. That is what we have understood from section 69 illustration also. Under 68, the full fine is paid, immediately he is getting discharged. Under 69, we are going little forward. When there is proportionate payment, the release or discharge will also be based on pro rata basis. I hope that is very clear. With that thinking, I am handing over this presentation to Nishan.
Never ever surrender to anything easily. Stay strong and keep fighting. With that, I am concluding this session. Please subscribe our channel. Please like, share and comment our videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.